And he says, this is a completely new situation for us. You go to the big company, the oil companies, for example, and you say, "Ah! Ah!" and you protest, demonstration. And they open the door and they say, how interesting. Please come in and let's talk about it. What? You're supposed to be the devil. But they are not. Because they now know that people who buy their things ask questions. Where does this come from? Do you have children working in your factories? What do you do with the toxic waste? Customers are much more aware. So, and shareholders, etc. So, don't underestimate that. Maybe it's not big in your countries yet, but be the first to do it. There are good apples and bad apples, even in the private sector. And you can explain to them that there's something in it for them. Think if you can put, even if you are not an EU member country, that you could put a stamp on that said, living up to EU standards in the production chain. That would give an added value for their products. And it will make them look good on TV. So don't underestimate the private sector. It's more and more common here in Sweden, but still in Sweden, especially civil society on private sector. But you are working with environment, all of you, aren't you? What about the tourist industry? I think that they must be interested in a good environmental situation. Nobody wants to stay their vacation on a dump. We want to do it on a clean beach. You have experience now?
Plus and minus, not only plus, regarding tourist industry.
Tell them. Tell them about your experience.
Yeah, regarding tourist industry?
Yes.
Yeah, that sometimes the amount of tourists are more than environmental could attract, actually. In tourist industry, firstly, is interested into to have more and more tourists. And whereas limit, it's not clear for tourist industry. It's more clear for scientists and environmental NGOs, but not for businesses, because business try to attract more and more and more and more. In one day, the environmental system is distracted.
Yeah.
And that's all. But this idea should be clarified for industries. For businesses.
Because if the environment collapse, there will be no tourists.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it should be
sustainable tourism.
Yeah, it should be clarified, explained, and so on.
You can tell them something that they haven't been thinking about.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this. I'm just coming up with a few ideas. What you can do. But you should always keep looking for possible partners.
Yeah.
Very important. If you want to have the long-term impact, hello. I'm very technical here, you can see that. If you want the durable change, you need partners. Don't say that I didn't tell you when you sit crying in April. Oh, I didn't do it. Who helped you? Oh, nobody. I can do everything on my own. Yeah, the need for partners. Now, before we take coffee, I just came up with an idea. So if the Swedish people can not listen or pretend that you're not listening. Today on the guided tour, oh, I wish I was there. Today on the guided tour, if they say, do you have any questions? They usually say that, right? Then you say, what do you think Sweden can learn from us? And tomorrow when we meet, you tell me what they answered, okay?
Okay.
What can Sweden learn from Ukraine? What did you say? What was that? You what? Try that. It's fun.
One more.